Jai dear students, children, now you are having your science exam. So I hope the previous all exams have went well. So now let's start with the revision of science. So children, this is your revisional class of bio, that is the chapter microorganism. So chapter microorganism is there in the syllabus of biology. So I hope you have already prepared it well in advance, but still today we are going to revise the chapter. So first we'll revise the chapter, then I'll give you 15 practice questions. Okay, so I have 15 questions for you to practice. Okay, and we'll discuss that also. Okay, so children, basically MCQs are there for your exams, so we'll focus on MCQ. But children, again the question will not come straight away from the book, like from the exercise, but yes, it will be there in your book. It can be from the middle of your chapter or either from the exercise. Alright, so paper is very easy, don't worry, don't panic. So today we'll revise the chapter, and please everyone be attentive. This class is very important, children. So be attentive in the class, please pay attention, and those who are not attending the class and have not attended, please do attend this class. Okay, your friends, those who are not here online and not watching it, please ask them to join the class. Children, this class is very important. We'll discuss the questions, practice paper and the sample questions that can come in your PT2 exams. Alright, so first we'll discuss the chapter. First we'll revise the important points of the chapter. Then we'll move ahead with the practice questions. Okay, so let's start, children. Please open your book, chapter 2, microorganism. Please open your book, children. So we'll start with the first topic and we'll continuously move ahead with the topics and we'll see what is there. Okay, so I'm going to share the screen now. Alright, so we'll do a quick revision of the chapter. So I'm not going into very much detail of the chapter as we have read the chapter earlier, but the important points, the things that are important in this chapter, we are going to discuss that. Okay, so let's start with it. Okay, so the chapter name is microorganism. So children, quickly tell me, what is microorganism? What are microorganisms? So microorganisms, micro means very small, very tiny. Organisms are any living thing. Okay, so what are microorganisms? Microorganisms are organisms that are so small that they can only be seen through a microscope are called microorganisms or microbes. Microorganisms are also called microbes. Children, you have asked the question about mushroom. Children, the mushroom is not the microbe. Mushroom is the fruit of microbe, because the actual mushroom or the actual microorganism of mushroom is present beneath the soil in the form of hyphae and mycelium. The hyphae, or that as you have seen the rhizopus in the activity, so the bread mold that we have seen, the structure of that bread mold or the rhizopus is same as that of the mushroom. Alright, and the real microbe that is there is present beneath the soil that we cannot see. But when they get more nutrition, more nutrient and water, they grow up into a fruit. So the mushroom that we see is not the microbe but the fruit of that microbe. Alright, so we we cannot see the organism through our naked eyes. So microorganism requires microscope to be seen. Okay. Microorganisms are also called microbes. Okay. Now the study of microorganism is known as microbiology. So the study of microorganism is known as microbiology, and the scientists who study microorganisms are called microbiologists. So we have read microorganism. What are microorganisms? The organisms that are so small that we cannot see through our naked eyes are microorganisms, and to see these microorganisms we require microscope. And children, now you are aware about the microscope. You have seen the functioning of microscope in the activity. So now we are pretty much sure that how we can see the microorganism or microbes. Alright. The study of microorganism is called microbiology, and the scientists who study the microorganism are called microbiologists. Okay. So these three things were important: microorganism, microbiology and microbiologist. Now moving ahead with the types of microorganisms. Children, this is very important. Most of the questions in your exam and everywhere come from this section only. Okay, so types of microorganisms. So children, we know that there are 5 different forms of microorganisms. What are they? Quickly. Bacteria, algae, protozoa, fungi, viruses. So what are the 5 forms? Bacteria, algae, protozoa, fungi, viruses. Alright. Bacteria, algae, protozoa, fungi, viruses are the 5 different forms of microorganisms that we have already studied. In these microorganisms, few are only unicellular, few are both unicellular and multicellular. So we will see what is it. So children, quickly tell me, among this, which is a plant-like organism? Among bacteria, algae, protozoa, fungi, viruses, which is plant-like organism? Very simple answer. It is algae. So algae is plant-like organism. Okay. Why it is called plant-like organism? Because first of all, when we see algae, everybody has seen algae. The kahi everybody has seen. Alright. So it is of green color. It is of green color, isn't it? So if it is of green color, so that green color is because of presence of chlorophyll. Very good. So if the chlorophyll is present, so it is acting like a plant. Clear? So if it is having a chlorophyll and it is acting like a plant, will it perform the process of photosynthesis? Will algae perform the process of photosynthesis? Yes, definitely the algae will perform the process of photosynthesis. And what is photosynthesis? It is a process of preparation of food by the plants. Alright? In the presence of sunlight, carbon dioxide, water, minerals, what is there? The plant prepares its own food. Like the same way as algae do. Algae also can prepare its own food by the process of photosynthesis. Alright. Now, what are the examples of algae? Children, turn the page of your book. Please see what are the examples of algae. Okay, what is a Spirogyra? What is a Spirogyra, children? Is it algae or not? So let's quickly go to the book and see. Let's quickly go to the book and see. Algae. So what are the examples of algae? Spirogyra, Chlamydomonas, Fucus, Laminaria are the examples of algae. They are of green color and they have chlorophyll. They can perform the process of photosynthesis. Alright. They are unicellular as well as multicellular. So we are now pretty much sure about what is algae. So let's see what is written here. So what is algae, children? Algae can be unicellular, it can be multicellular. Algae एक ऐसा organism है जो कि plant like है. It can be unicellular, it can be multicellular. Now children, what is unicellular and what is multicellular? Quickly tell me. What is unicellular and what is multicellular? Yes. Unicellular are single cell organism. Multicellular are many cells organism. Uni means one, multi means more than two. So जिसके पास एक सेल होता है that is unicellular, जिसके पास एक से ज़्यादा होते हैं that is multicellular. Alright. So this algae can be both. It can be unicellular also, it can be multicellular also. Alright. Though it is a plant-like organism, but it does not contain any root, stem or leaf. So though it is a plant-like organism, but it does not contain any root, stems or leaves. Alright. So this was about algae. Now quickly jump to bacteria. Children, again, what are the examples of algae? Spirogyra, Chlamydomonas, Fucus, Laminaria are the example of algae. Okay. Now let's quickly jump to bacteria. So bacteria are simple unicellular. They are unicellular. They are not multicellular. So here among these five, there are two forms which can exist only as unicellular. So first is bacteria and second is protozoa. So bacteria and protozoa are the two forms of microbes that exist only in unicellular form. इसका कोई multicellular form नहीं होता. Except these two, all three can occur in both states, multicellular also and unicellular also. Okay. So now bacteria is simple unicellular. They grow and multiply very fast, found almost everywhere. So children, we know that now we are aware of the things that in all the microbes are present everywhere, even at the hottest place, at the coolest place, at the freezing point, everywhere some or the other kind of microbes are present. Okay. So bacteria is also present. Bacteria is present inside our body. Bacteria is present over our skin. It is present in our hands. So it is present everywhere. Alright. And depending on the shape of bacteria, depending on the shape of bacteria, it is divided into 4 parts. In your book it is mentioned 3 parts. So either you can write 3 or 4. So there are 4 basic different types of bacteria on the basis of their shape. So first we have bacilli, then we have cocci or cocci, whatever you say, spirilla and vibrio. Vibrio is क्वामा shaped. जैसा क्वामा होता है उस शेप का बैक्टीरिया अगर प्रेजेंट है तो उसको हम बोलेंगे विब्रियो. ओके. स्पाइरला इज स्पाइरल टाइप. स्पाइरला इज स्पाइरल टाइप. Cocci is circular structure. Bacilli is cylindrical structure. So again you can see in the figure in your book it is there. So in your book you have it, the different shapes of bacteria. So let's see, this spirilla is spiral shaped. like the Maggi or noodles that you see is of a spiral shape, so it is same like spirilla. Then we have bacilli. Bacilli is cylindrical shape. So children, the first page of your chapter, this, can you see this cylindrical shape or a rod shape? This is bacilli. Alright, and when it is round in shape, circular or spherical in shape, it is cocci. Alright, so we have cocci, bacilli and spirilla. So depending on the shape of the bacteria, they are divided into 3 or 4 different categories. Clear? So that was about bacteria and algae. So we have done 2 parts, bacteria and algae. Clear? Now coming back. Okay, so what are the examples of bacteria? Yes children, what are the examples of bacteria? Because you have read the complete chapter, now you are aware of it. So bacteria, Lactobacillus. Lactobacillus is what? It is example of bacteria. Okay? It is example of bacteria. The bacteria, children, can also cause several diseases. This we know, the microbes causes diseases. Okay? Even in humans, in plants, in animals, everywhere, these bacteria, virus, fungi can cause disease. Even protozoa can cause disease. Alright. So bacteria are unicellular, found almost everywhere, and depending on shape, it is divided into 4 different categories. That is bacilli, cocci, spirilla and vibrio. Clear? Okay. Now protozoa. Protozoa are again unicellular. Protozoa are unicellular. Okay. Protozoa is animal-like. Algae कैसा है? Plant-like. Protozoa कैसा है? Animal-like. Children, see how you can learn it is just opposite. A for algae. Okay. So it is not animal-like. Okay. So A, P, learn like A and P. A, algae, P, it is plant-like. P, protozoa, it is A, animal-like. So I hope now you will remember it. So algae, AP, algae is plant-like and AP, protozoa is animal-like. So you will remember it, it is not similar, it is opposite AP, AP. Okay. So protozoa is animal-like. Okay. So because it is animal-like, so it will show certain characteristic of animals. So what are the main characteristic of animals are? They can move, they can eat. तो यही दोनों characteristic इस protozoa में आए हैं कि protozoa can move, they can eat. Okay, like for example amoeba, paramecium. These are what? These are the examples of protozoa. Children, now listen to this very carefully. Malaria, though it is carried by mosquito called, what is the mosquito? Which mosquito causes malaria? Female Anopheles mosquito. So female Anopheles mosquito is a carrier of malaria. But what it carries? It carries a protozoa. What is that called? That is called Plasmodium. So children, please remember. So apart from amoeba, paramecium, we also have Plasmodium. So this Plasmodium is the cause of malaria. So malaria is caused because of the protozoa that is transferred by the female Anopheles mosquito. Female Anopheles mosquito Plasmodium को ट्रांसफर करता है पर्सन में. तो ये जो प्लाज्मोडियम है ये क्या है? ये प्रोटोजोआ है. सो इफ द क्वेश्चन इज कि मलेरिया इज कॉज्ड बाय bacteria, virus, algae, protozoa. So you will mark protozoa. Alright. So Plasmodium is a protozoa and it causes malaria. Okay. Now, so this protozoa lives in fresh or salt water and soil. So that is not so important. So these examples are important. We have amoeba, paramecium and Plasmodium. So these are what? These are the examples of protozoa. So let's see again. Let's go to the book. Okay. So we have protozoa now. So protozoa are unicellular. Protozoa are unicellular organisms that have animal-like characteristics. They can move from place to place. So examples are amoeba, giardia, paramecium. So you can see amoeba is not there. So amoeba, see it is here. So amoeba is a protozoa. Giardia, paramecium, trypanosoma, these are protozoa. Alright. So amoeba is just like this shape. It can engulf the food. Children, this we have studied in class 7. So it forms a pseudopodia and can engulf the food. Alright, so what was pseudopodia? Pseudopodia is false food of the amoeba. Okay, so it can engulf inside it and can chew it. Similarly, we have paramecium. So these are what? They are unicellular organisms. These are unicellular organisms. So if the question is, which among these are unicellular microorganisms? If I say bacteria, virus, algae, bacteria, virus, fungi and protozoa. So answer will be protozoa. So children, you should remember this, which organism is multicellular and which is unicellular. So this is important here. So we have giardia, amoeba, paramecium, trypanosoma. They are unicellular organisms. Alright. Then moving ahead with the next type of microorganism, that is fungi. So fungi are both unicellular and multicellular. They are again a plant-like organism. लेकिन अब इसमें difference क्या है algae और fungi में? Algae में chlorophyll होता है. ये plant-like है, ये भी plant-like है. पर algae में chlorophyll होता है और ये photosynthesis की process को कर सकता है. लेकिन fungi में chlorophyll नहीं होता है. Alright, fungi does not have chlorophyll, so they do not have the chlorophyll. Alright, so they do not have a chlorophyll, hence they cannot perform the process of photosynthesis. So algae और fungi में यही difference है. So they cannot make their own food. Saprophytes found everywhere. Children, saprophytes are also a type of fungi. What are saprophytes? What are saprophytes, children? Quickly recall it. What are saprophytes? So saprophytes are those organisms that depends on dead parts of the plant and animal. They are called saprophytes. So we have fungi. Now, what are the examples of fungi, children? Just recall it. What are the examples of fungi? Hurry up. So what are the examples of fungi? Okay, mushroom is the example of fungi. Alright. And yeast is the example of fungi. Alright. So what are the examples of fungi? You can see here it is penicillium. Children, question can also come. अच्छा, पेनिसिलियम से क्या बनता है? पेनिसिलियम से क्या बनता है बेटा? पेनिसिलियम से एंटीबायोटिक बनता है, that is penicillin. What is formed? Penicillin is formed by, so penicillin antibody that we have learnt is formed by this penicillium. Okay, So penicillin is the first antibiotic that was discovered. Okay, that we have seen. तो पेनिसिलियम क्या है? पेनिसिलियम फंजाई है. ये पेनिसिलियम से क्या बना है? एंटीबायोटिक्स बने हैं, दैट इज पेनिसिलिन. ओके. Then we have yeast. Yeast is also a fungi. Agaricus, that is mushroom, is also a fungi. So the fruit that you are seeing here is the fruit of the mushroom, not the microbe of the mushroom. Then we have rhizopus. So rhizopus you have already seen in the bread. So that is bread mold, rhizopus. So remember these examples, children. Alright, so that was about fungi. तो ये चार तो कुछ कुछ सिमिलर थे, बट वायरस इज एंटायरली डिफरेंट. ऑलराइट, हाउ वायरस इज एंटायरली डिफरेंट? बिकॉज इट एक्ट्स एज अ इंटरलिंक बिटवीन लिविंग एंड नॉन लिविंग. दिस इज द स्मॉलेस्ट माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म. ओके, दे एक्ट एज बोथ लिविंग एंड नॉन लिविंग. ओके, so we are aware of this, isn't it? So let's see. Just a second, children. Alright. So viruses, first of all, no cellular structure is formed of viruses. Cannot be seen by light microscope. Light microscope जो मैंने आप लोग को दिखाया था, that is light microscope जो हम लोग यूज करते हैं लैब में. इलेक्ट्रॉन माइक्रोस्कोप की मैग्नीफाइंग पावर बहुत ज्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग होती है, तो उससे हम वायरस को देख सकते हैं, पर लाइट माइक्रोस्कोप से हम वायरसेस नहीं देख सकते हैं. एंड इट एक्ट्स एज अ इंटरलिंक बिटवीन लिविंग एंड नॉन लिविंग. जब ये बाहर होता है तो ये नॉन लिविंग होता है. The moment it enters the living cell, it starts to reproduce and becomes living. So this was very important topic of this chapter, that are the types of microorganisms. Alright. Now coming on to the next topic, that is useful microorganisms. Children, before that, let's quickly go to the chapter and see the viruses. Let's see what is written here. So viruses are the smallest microorganism. They do not have cellular structure. इलेक्ट्रॉन माइक्रोस्कोप से दिख सकता है, लाइट माइक्रोस्कोप से हम इसको नहीं देख सकते. So viruses are not living organisms. ठीक है? When the virus enters the living cell of an organism, say human, it is able to reproduce. Okay? So this was about the viruses. So they have been placed on the dividing line between the living and non-living. So this is very important, beta. So viruses, the examples are tobacco mosaic virus, we have adenovirus. Adenovirus is the virus that causes AIDS. Adenovirus की वजह से क्या होता है? AIDS होता है. ठीक है? इन्फ्लुएंजा वायरस, इन्फ्लुएंजा वायरस की वजह से डिजीज होती है which is hepatitis. Okay? Then we have bacteriophage. Bacteriophage is also a virus. Don't get confused with this name. Bacterio. इसका नाम somebody has asked in the group also. So that was a very good question. Bacteriophage को हम वायरस की कैटेगरी में क्यों रखते हैं? Because though it is a virus, इसके अंदर डीएनए होता है, सब कुछ होता है. ये क्या करता है? बैक्टीरियल सेल पे लाई करता है, बैक्टीरियल सेल पे जाके अटैच हो जाता है और अपना जो भी इसका जेनेटिक मटेरियल है वो बैक्टीरिया में ट्रांसफर कर देता है. ठीक है? दैट इज व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड बैक्टीरियोफाज. ऑलराइट, बिकॉज ये सिर्फ बैक्टीरिया की बॉडी में ही जाके अपने जेनेटिक मटेरियल को ट्रांसफर कर सकता है. So that is why it is bacteriophage. So these are the examples: tobacco mosaic virus, adenovirus, influenza virus, and bacteriophage are the examples of viruses. Alright. So now coming on to the next topic, that is useful microorganisms. So we know, children, microorganisms can be useful, it can be harmful. So there are various methods in which they are useful and there are various methods in which they are harmful. Okay. So let's go to the next topic. Okay. useful microorganism, how the microorganisms are useful to us. So microorganisms are useful in food and beverage industry. It is useful in making medicines and vaccines, in agriculture sector, in cleaning the environment, and there are some other uses of microorganisms that we are going to discuss. Alright. So coming on to the first, that is in food and beverage industry. तो सबसे पहले हमारा इसके अंदर टॉपिक आता है that is making curd and cheese. तो कर्ड और चीज बनाने के लिए कौन सा बैक्टीरिया यूज होता है बेटा? लैक्टोबैसिलस. सो लैक्टोबैसिलस इज यूज्ड टू प्रिपेयर कर्ड. कैसे बनता है कर्ड? बाय कन्वर्टिंग मिल्क इनटू कर्ड. ऑलराइट. और लैक्टोबैसिलस कौन सी कंडीशन फेवरेबल है? समर और द हॉट सीजन इज मोर फेवरेबल फॉर कर्ड, एज वी हैव स्टडीड इन द question answer hots that why the curd does not form during the winter then summer. So why? Because lactobacillus की जो favorable temperature है वो summer season है, that is why उसमें हमें curd अच्छे से मिल जाता है. So we have this making curd and cheese के लिए हम bacteria use करते हैं, that is lactobacillus. For making bread we use yeast, isn't it? So what is yeast? Yeast is a fungi. Alright. So yeast हम use करते हैं bread बनाने के लिए. How it gets fluffy and soft? By the process of fermentation. What is fermentation? The conversion of sugar into alcohol and कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड इज फर्मेंटेशन. जब शुगर, अल्कोहल और कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड में कन्वर्ट होता है तो इट इज फर्मेंटेशन. ओके. और वही कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड रिलीज करता है, और जब वो रिलीज करने की कोशिश करता है तो बैटर और ज्यादा फूल जाता है. इसलिए ब्रेड या इडली या डोसा या ढोकला जो कुछ भी है वो कैसा हो जाता है? फ्लफी हो जाता है. सो दिस इज द आंसर फॉर दीज टू. So for idli, dosa and dhokla also we use yeast, and bread also we use yeast. For the manufacture of alcohol and alcoholic drinks, the fermentation process is done. For like wine and whiskey and beer, they are prepared from several fruits like grapes and all by fermenting it. Yeah? तो इसके लिए भी हम बहुत सारे बैक्टीरियाज एंड माइक्रोब्स यूज करते हैं इस फूड एंड बेवरेज इंडस्ट्री में. ओके. देन वी हैव मेकिंग मेडिसिन्स एंड वैक्सीन. तो इसमें चिल्ड्रन दीज पॉइंट्स आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. सो लेट्स डिस्कस फर्स्ट. सो फर्स्ट टेल मी व्हाट आर एंटीबायोटिक्स. यस, व्हाट आर एंटीबायोटिक्स? Antibiotics are the medicines that we intake to kill the microbes. Okay, so to kill the microorganism we take antibiotics. Clear? Examples are penicillin, prepared from penicillium. Then we have streptomycin, prepared from Streptomyces cerevisiae and other that is written in your question answer. Then we have tetracycline. So again it is prepared from various fungi. So these are the examples of antibiotics. एंटीबायोटिक बेटा हम दवाई के फॉर्म में लेते हैं. ठीक है. जब भी हमें फीवर हो जाता है या टाइफॉइड हो जाता है या कोई भी ऐसी डिजीज हो जाती है जो माइक्रोब्स के अटैक करने की वजह से हुई है तो हमको डॉक्टर प्रिस्क्राइब करते हैं एंटीबायोटिक. एंटीबायोटिक क्या करता है? एंटीबायोटिक हमारे अंदर जो भी फॉरेन माइक्रोब आ गए हैं उनको किल कर देता है. ठीक है. नाउ माइक्रोऑर्गेनिजम्स आर आल्सो यूज्ड टू मेक द वैक्सीन्स. माइक्रोऑर्गेनिजम्स से हम वैक्सीन्स भी बनाते हैं. वैक्सीन क्या होता है? वैक्सीन प्रोटेक्ट्स ह्यूमन एंड अदर एनिमल्स फ्रॉम सेवरल डिजीजेस. वैक्सीन हम एज अ प्रिकॉशन लेते हैं. वैक्सीन हम तब नहीं लेते हैं जब हमें डिजीज हो जाती है. वी डू नॉट टेक वैक्सीन व्हेन we are suffering from any disease. We take vaccine as a precaution, okay, prior, okay. Now when we intake the vaccine, what happens in our body? The antibodies, it starts to develop. Children, antibiotic अलग होता है, antibodies अलग होता है. Antibodies हमारे बॉडी में प्रोड्यूस होता है, जो कि हमारे बॉडी में it acts as a soldier and it fights with other germs, okay? वो हमारी बॉडी के अंदर germs से क्या करते हैं? फाइट करते हैं, all right, and they kill it. So this vaccine, we take it as a precaution, as a preventive measure, all right, like for smallpox, chickenpox. So the vaccines that we have taken in our childhood, so that is a vaccine that we intake, all right. And vaccines are, children, also made from the microorganism, basically the microorganism that are dead and weakened, all right. उन माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म से बनता है जो कि वीक है और जो कि डेड है, दैट कैन नॉट रिप्रोड्यूस. उन माइक्रोब से बनता है वैक्सीन, ऑलराइट. So this vaccine, what it does, it acts as a preventive measures in our body and produces antibodies. These antibodies fight for us inside our body with the germs that has entered, alright. तो जितना ज़्यादा, जितना फास्ट एंटीबॉडी किसी भी बॉडी में प्रोड्यूस होता है, उसकी इम्यूनिटी उतनी ज़्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग होती है, ऑलराइट. एंड दिस इज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड इम्यूनाइजेशन, ओके. So now then we have agriculture. Agriculture में basically the one thing that you have to remember is rhizobium, okay. Rhizobium is the microbe that is used in the agriculture field for nitrogen fixation, okay. Rhizobium is used for nitrogen fixation. What is nitrogen fixation? The conversion of atmospheric nitrogen into its constituent forms like nitrate, nitrite, ammonia. So this is called nitrogen fixation, okay. And for that we use various bacteria that is compiled under a name called rhizobium. तो अभी के लिए फिलहाल for this class you should remember the one term that is rhizobium, alright. In cleaning the environment, so for cleaning the environment there are various saprophytes that are used to clean the environment, that depends on various microbes, alright. That so this was about the chapter, children. Then we have this harmful microorganisms. This also you can study. So this microorganisms. So we have the diseases are converted into like communicable disease and non-communicable diseases. So communicable diseases are those diseases that can be transferred from person to person, alright. And this can be transferred through air, through food and water, through insect, through cuts and wounds, okay. So these are the diseases caused through these organisms. Now the diseases can also be caused to animals and plants, like anthrax can affect human and cattle and is caused by bacteria, okay. It's caused by bacteria. So here are several list of diseases that are caused by bacteria and viruses in animals and plants, okay. So I'll send this notes to you, children, don't worry. So you can study it from here. Then we have food poisoning, okay. So this I hope you have understood. There are various food preservation methods. We have heating, we have pasteurization of milk, cooling, chemical preservatives like we use salt, sugar, oil, so that the food does not get spoiled, alright. So these are the methods that are used. Then even we use drying and canning, okay. So these are the food preservative methods. Children, now we have the practice paper. I'll send this practice paper to you. Practice it at your home. Then I'll send you the answer of it. Alright. So which of the following is a disease caused by protozoan? So the answer is, children, malaria is caused by protozoan. So these are certain practice paper questions. Please go through this. These are very important questions, children. We are not having much time, so I cannot discuss it. So these are the practice paper, children. First you will go through this paper. First you will try to attend this paper, then you will see the answers. Okay, and once you have seen it, if you have any doubt, you can ask it. Okay, so please go through these questions, practice paper. This is very important. I'll send you the answers also. So answers are not there in this PDF. I'll send you answer later. Okay, when you will do it. Okay, so that's all about today's class. Children, please revise the chapter. I have almost covered all the important topics of this chapter. Okay, please go through the practice paper also. So these are the few questions that will come in your this PT2 examination. Some questions like this only will come in your PT2 exam. Alright, so that's all about today's class. All the best, children. Prepare well. Do your best. Okay, please study well. Okay, so that's all about today's class. Thank you and Jai Hind, children.